Hello, everyone. Get ready for NBA action live on 2K Sports. It's Chicago facing Utah.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
And it's going to be the Jazz off the tip. Now let's take a look at the Bulls opening lineup. Pippen is out there with Rodman. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Longley. And it's Harper in at the point. Now here's Hayward. Gobert the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Hayward goes in. Fades back. Chicago grabs the miss.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them. I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Chicago with the ball. Outside Pippen. Rodman with a screen on Hayward. It's Pippen with a drive and stolen by Favors. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Burks leading the charge. Comes up empty down low.
And although not a block officially, it might as well have been his ability to react and alter the shot.
Greg, I don't think there was any doubt about it. His defense threw him off on that shot.
Now here's Exum. Hayward outside. Pass to Favors. The rebound by Harper.
Yeah, early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
Rodman sets a screen. Jordan the pass to Longley. Outside for Pippen. 6 on the shot clock. The second chance effort. Rebound, Gordon Hayward.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now the feed to Exum. Favors with a screen on Pippen. Exum kicks to Gobert. Hayward on the wing to the inside. Intercepted. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Outside Jordan. And stolen by Hayward. And now the fast break Exum with the ball. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Still a tie game after a couple of empty possessions. Kerr the pass to Bushler. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Shot clock at 5, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Quinn Snyder. Doris, what do you have to say?
Yes, Kevin, we talked about how you can slow down this very formidable offensive team. He told me it's all about following the scouting report, saying we have so much information nowadays, where guys shoot best, where they maybe don't shoot as well. We provide that to our players, and it's incumbent upon them, and of course us as a coaching staff, to try to take away what they do best. Guys, we'll see if they can take them out of their groove tonight. Back to you.
Great, thank you, Doris. So a little bit worried about containing the opposing offense today.
It was a lot to be worried about. I mean, they're not an easy opponent to face because of that offense.
That's exactly right. I mean, they have to be on their game defensively if they're going to keep pace in this one.
Here's Chicago. Still without a basket in the game. Out to the right wing. Now, here's Kerr. Burke covering. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Booker with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Stolen. Here's Hood. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And here's Kerr. Now the pass to Bushler, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Now here's Burke. Launches a three. The Jazz with another miss. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
Yeah, it sure has been the case. I mean, turnovers are like missing breakfast. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Well, I've always thought that it was good to maybe miss a breakfast or two, but that's another story. Anyhow, you can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. .114 left in the first. There's a good screen. Kicks it to Booker. Pass to Hood. 6 to shoot. From about 19 feet. And that's an air ball. Not even close. And stolen by Hood. And now Utah, fast break, and out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Both teams will make substitutions. There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Harper dishes to Pippen. Stolen by Exum. In transition, here come the Jazz. Exum leading the charge. Burks kicks to Favors. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
And so that's the end of the first quarter. Offensively, pretty stagnant. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Energy Solutions Arena in Salt Lake City. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And the guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
Now, Jordan, he's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Harper's out there with Michael Jordan. Then it's Pippen. Then it's Rodman. And it's Longley in at the 5 down low. Harper, no good. Exum with it. Hayward outside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Utah. Burke comes in for Exum. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Wennington, he's checked in for Longley. Simpkins comes in for Rodman. Tony Kukoc, he's checked in for Scottie Pippen. And Steve Kerr is subbed in for Harper. Outside Jordan. "13 feet away. Bank shot, no good. And Utah has possession. Hayward outside. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Chance there to take the lead, missing. Hayward against Jordan. Five on the clock. Shoots from 12. Jordan with another miss. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Now here's Burke, defended by Kerr. Gobert with a screen for Burke. Fires the 3. The shot, no good. And in Chicago the other way. Jordan, the pass to Kukoc. And throw the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
A different look for Utah. Lyles checked in for Rudy Gobert. Trevor Booker comes in for Derek Favors. And Hood subbed in for Gordon Hayward. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. James Edwards checked in for Wennington. Sally comes in for Simpkins. Scottie Pippen's checked in for Jordan. And it's Harper in for Kerr. There's the screen. Here's Burke. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's the teardrop. It's tipped, but they get it back.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things their way. No doubt they've been winning on the backboard.
Right side, Pippen to the paint. Sally's shot is good. And the Bulls lead by 2.
And it's about time. I was wondering if they were ever going to knock a shot down.
And here is Burke. Ripped away. Pushing it up. Here's Kukoc. Can't get it to go. And Utah the other way now. Now here's Burke. Three-pointer. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. A different look for Utah. Burks, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. Elijah Millsap comes in for Hood. And Cotton subbed in for Burke. The Bulls also changing it up. Longley's checked in for Edwards. Simpkins comes in for Sally. And it's Rodman in for Tony Kukoc. Chicago leading. Pippen dishes to Harper. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. It's Pippen on the wing. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
For the Jazz, Favors comes in for Elijah Millsap. And it's Exum in for Cotton. Bushler's checked in for the Bulls. Kerr comes in for Harper. And the Jazz with possession here. Now Exum looking for his first basket still in this one. Lyles passes to Burks. Shot clock at 6. It's tipped. It's stolen by Kerr. Here's the break. Burks pulls it in. Utah trailing here. The dish to Exum. Got a hand on it. And they're running. Moving it up. Rodman, no luck. And here's Utah. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And the Jazz with some changes. Gobert, he's checked in for Trevor Booker. Rodney Hood subbed in for Lyles. Chicago also making some changes. Wennington, he's checked in for Simpkins. Jordan comes in for Bushler. And it's Brown in for Steve Kerr. Now here's Brown, guarded closely. .110 left now here in the second. Outside Jordan. Shoots from the line. And that one comes up a bit short. And the Jazz with possession here. Trailing by 2. Burks kicks to Exum. Pass to Hood. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
Bushler's checked in for the Bulls. There's 45 seconds left now here in the second. Screen by Longley. Brown with it. There's the pick. Clock at 6. Wennington passes to Bushler. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Here's Brown. That one wide left. And the Jazz with possession here. Hayward goes in. Dishes to Favors. He kicks it to Exum. Favors sets the pick for Exum. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. Favors and Gobert, the shot-blocking duo inside. Burks the off guard with Hayward at the 3. And it's XXgamer in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
In the corner, it's Hayward. He feeds it to Gobert. Favors with the screen. 6 on the shot clock. XXgamer dishes to Favors. Just his first attempt. Gobert can't hit. And the Bulls with possession. A 2-point game. And throw the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
A different look for Utah. Booker, he's checked in for Favors. Joe Ingles comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Trey Burke subbed in for Dante XXgamer. Then for the Bulls, Kukoc comes in for Dennis Rodman. And Kerr subbed in for Michael Jordan. Here's Burke. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Ingles kicks to Burke. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Miles checked in for Gobert. And the Bulls making a change here as well. Wennington, he's checked in for Scottie Pippen. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Harper kicks to Kerr. Back to Harper. Lets a floater go. He lays it in. Harper's got his team on the board first here in the second half of the Bulls. Burke, the pass to Booker. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Some changes for Chicago. James Edwards checked in for Wennington. And it's Jordan in for Ron Harper. The Bulls leading by 4. Jordan kicks to Kerr. Edwards with the screen. On the wing, Kukoc. Jordan with it. And Burks picks him up defensively. A shot by Jordan, no good. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Guys, untidy. You got to value the possession of the basketball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Screen by Longley. 6 on the shot clock. The drive by Jordan. There's the bucket. Good. Jordan's got his first points of the game.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play. You know what? They just are in a funk right now offensively. A good time to maybe come up with a play to get them a good look.
Well, most coaches, we usually have a go-to speech or tactic that they can use when they need it most. So we'll see if that's the case here.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Joe Ingles, and it's XXgamer in for Alec Burks. And Chicago also making a switch. Rodman's checked in. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Kerr kicks to Jordan. Back to Kerr. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And the Jazz making a change here. Favors is checked in. Pippen's checked in for Chicago. Jazz trail by 6. Feeds it to Hayward. Here's the screen. To the middle. Favors can't get it to go.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
And it's Pippen missing. And it's the Jazz's ball. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. Exum with it. He's picked up by Pippen. Hayward against Kerr. Hayward on the wing. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. It's tipped. And here's Kerr. He dishes it to Pippen. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Gobert, he's checked in for Lyles. Rodney Hood comes in for Trevor Booker. Elijah Millsap's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Cotton subbed in for Exum. Chicago also making some changes. Sally, he's checked in for Longley. Bushler comes in for Tony Kukoc. And it's Harper in for Steve Kerr. Favors with the screen. Cotton dishes to Millsap. 6 on the shot clock. Hood kicks to Gobert to stop the drought, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
I mean, you've got to have more awareness on the floor and not make those kinds of errors.
Yeah, brain fade, brain neutral error, and those will cost you.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Wennington, he's checked in for Sally. Simpkins comes in for Rodman. And it's Brown in for Pippen. There's 1:38 left in the third. Up top, Brown. Burks covering. Brown outside. Shoots it. And that misses everything. Jazz trail by 6. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the third. Nato, he's guarded by Harper. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Favors, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Yeah, you've got to avoid those kinds of turnovers.
Yeah, mistakes like that derail any team.
So for the Bulls, Edwards, he's checked in for Wennington. Sally comes in for Simpkins. And Michael Jordan subbed in for Brown. Chicago leading by 6. Jordan the pass to Bushler. And so the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Simpkins, he's checked in for Edwards. 52 seconds left in the third quarter. Now here's Burke. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Now Gobert, shot clock at 6. Looking to end the drought. It's deflected. Outside Harper. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for the Jazz. Elijah Millsap comes in for Trey Burke. Chicago also making some changes. Edwards comes in for Simpkins. And it's Brown in for Harper. Jazz trail by 6. Here's Cotton. They set the pick. Pass to Hood. Here's Cotton. 1 second left. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And a low-scoring game as we head into the fourth quarter. It's Chicago, up by 6. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. So it's Utah now. They trail by 6. Taking a look at the Bulls. They've got Tony Kukoc. Longley out there with Dennis Rodman. Then it's Kerr, and it's Pippen in at the 2 spot. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
The Bulls leading by 6. On the wing, Kukoc. Back to Pippen. Rodman sets a screen. Clock at 6. Left side, Pippen. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Derek Favors checked in for Utah. And the Bulls making a change also. Harper's checked in. Jazz trail by 6. Exum dishes to Booker. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Burke, who's checked in for Dante Exum. Harper with the ball. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Shot is off. Now, here's Burks, defended by Kerr. Nice ball movement by Utah. They set the pick. Here's Hayward. Tony Kukoc comes up with the rebound. Kukoc has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
For the Jazz, Gobert comes in for Trevor Booker, and it's Exum in for Alec Burks. The Bulls also changing it up. Wennington, he's checked in for Longley. Pippen comes in for Rodman, and it's Jordan in for Steve Kerr. Burke kicks to Favors. And there's the feed to Hayward. And stolen by Jordan. In transition, here come the Bulls. Kept alive. Favors against Harper. Tries yet again. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Jazz trail by 6. Burke kicks to Exum. Gobert, the screen. Favors with a screen on Harper. Here's Burke. Out to Hayward. And the pass to Exum. Gobert, the screen. Exum kicks to Gobert. Passes it to Hayward. Just 5 to shoot. Tries again. The Jazz with another miss.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Hood. Over to the left wing. Ball stolen. In transition, here come the Bulls, pushing it up. And a missed layup. Jazz trail by 6. Snatched away. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Kerr can't hit. And Clark, they've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, I think so. Too cool. I mean, just not forceful enough, not alert or aggressive enough, and sometimes trying to do too much with the basketball.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
A different look for Utah. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Lyles. Hayward comes in for Joe Ingles. And it's Dante Exum in for Hood. Then for the Bulls, Scottie Pippen's checked in for Bushel. And it's Harper in for Michael Jordan. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Hayward. Bulls ball. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Chicago leading by 6. Jordan up top. There's 1:54 left to play in the final quarter.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
Now, here's Burke. He's guarded closely. 4 on the clock. Shoots the 3. Chicago grabs the miss.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
The drive by Jordan. Pass to Bushley. Outside Jordan. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. The message, stick with it. He said the game is right there, fellas, right there for the taking. But we've got to play with purpose and precision. Kevin, can they get it done?
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Jordan, he's checked in for Kerr. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Jazz trail by 6.
Time definitely not on their side.
They need a very quick bucket, a real quick one.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
.112 left in the game. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Utah trailing here. Hayward outside. Kicks to Exum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gets the front of the rim and out.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, energy has been the difference, and they're fighting for every loose ball and giving as good as they get on the inside.
And here's Hayward. 30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. There's the dish to Booker. Here's Burks. It's three-pointers off the mark. Pippen against Hayward. Now here's Pippen. And so it's Chicago winning this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win, and the fact